As you can see right now, it's a semi-early morning. I kind of didn't feel like getting up today, if I'm being honest. And well, I'm going to work. And what better way to start the day than with your BMW E36? I feel like this is the only way to really look forward to going to work. You're probably wondering, what is it like owning a old car like this in the beautiful age of 2025? And to be honest with you, it's a pretty good car. It's really fun, honestly. Like, it does not compare to driving around my actual daily, which is a Dodge Dart. This car, I kind of just drive around when I feel like it, and it has been pretty freaking reliable. I'll tell you what. Obviously, if you're gonna get a car like this, it's either gonna be your daily or your second car, or who knows how many cars you got. But, well, let's talk about reliability first of all. Is an E36 reliable? My answer is yeah. There's like a couple problems when it comes to these cars. Specifically, one of the main ones that you should look out for is the cooling system. When you're buying one, if they haven't worked on it before, the chances are of the car overheating is pretty freaking high. The cooling system in this car, just over time, it just gets pretty bad, and it's just gonna end up like not working no more. So it's good having like a Mishimoto radiator. That's what this car has, and just like new hoses and stuff. I bought the car with that stuff already installed, so I didn't have to worry about it. But maybe, who knows, maybe like one day the weather pump will stop working. Another thing to look out for in these cars is the strut towers. Over time, depending on where this car came from, the rust can get pretty bad in those areas. Like, specifically, like your strut will freaking shoot through the top of the whole like area. So you just have a strut sticking out, and it just won't be good no more. You're gonna have to like weld it and stuff. But there's ways to prevent that, and one of the ways is actually reinforcing like the little areas where the strut hangs onto and the whole rear subframe, which is a lot of work, to be honest. I haven't even done it on this car, but a lot of people say you don't even have to do that, because compared to like an E46, an E46 you have to. This car you don't have to, unless you're gonna be driving it hard or like drifting it or like track racing it, like just like really hammering on it. I hammer on this car, so I probably will do it, but I'm not going to a track because there's no track nearby. If there was, I probably would. Another thing, this car has the M50 motor. There's, I think, 3 different engines that come in this car, maybe like a couple more, but they're like variations of each other basically. Actually, I was wrong. It's actually over 16. And these are the real engines that come in the E36. I separated it by where they come from, the USA and the European people. As you can see, the European actually has diesel versions. It comes in 4 cylinders or 6 cylinders, depending on your needs. And the USA does not get that. They also don't get the M3s that they get. Their M3s are a little better in certain ways, like for example, the throttle bodies. They have a little improvement on that. Anytime you see like the little number after, like the B25, that basically tells you how many liters are in the engine. TU means the BMW updated it halfway through, and then they added vanos to it. And vanos basically just helps like the bottom end, not so much the top end. But if you ever like go turbo, it doesn't really matter. It's just that vanos kind of makes it a little harder, but you can figure it out eventually. It just gives you one extra little step. But yeah, let's go down the list. The M42 B18, M44 B28, M50 B20, S50 B32, M43 B16, M50 B20, M52 B20. Why did I write slash? S50 B30, S50 B32, M41 D17, M51 D25. And that's about it. Now we can come back to the regular stuff. Besides the M3 one, they're all pretty reliable. I mean, the M50 is like pretty solid. All you need is oil and for it not to overheat, and this junk will just keep running. I mean, this car is at what, 176,000 miles? It's about to hit 177, and it's still running pretty good. Although I do expect it to blow up one day, if I'm being honest. But in the meantime, I'll just enjoy it for how it is. There's also like the reinforcements that go over the engine and in the rear that different company sells, and it kind of just helps the chassis like stay more rigid when you're like taking corners and stuff. So it kind of doesn't like flex and all that. Those are pretty good, and I think it's just something to look out for when you're buying one of these cars, is that you're gonna have to do a lot of suspension work. The components are gonna be old. Basically everything's gonna be old unless somebody changed it already for you. But that, like, at the same time, even though, because everything is old, it kind of forces you to learn how to work on stuff. Because if you're buying a car like this, you have to work on it. Unless you have like crazy money, then you can just pay somebody else to do it. But if you actually want to save money, you're gonna end up having to learn how to do everything on your own. And I feel like that's what makes this car great, is that all the parts are cheap. And it's a pretty easy car to work on. There's not that many electronics in it. And although the parts are cheap, sometimes they're not the easiest to find because of the age of the car. I struggled finding a freaking door handle. The driver's side door handles are not cheap. They add up. I bought like 3 and I probably spent like $300 on them. Just for it to not even be the door handle and just be the actual like actuator part. And so I just ended up buying a whole new door and fender for like 200 bucks, I think. Or 40 bucks, I can't remember. It was like really cheap though, for how much they usually sell them. And even though it was relatively easy to find one on Facebook Marketplace, the parts don't always match up. Even though it was from a convertible, this car has a bunch of different like features that another car may not have. And that's what you have to watch out for when you're buying parts for these types of cars. But besides that, these cars are pretty reliable. And I think whichever version you go with, you'll be pretty happy with it, if I'm being honest. They all have like their own little quirks, but once you kind of like learn it, they're easy. Like, they're really easy cars. They're like simple. That's what makes these cars great, is that they're simple. They're so old. All the new cars, the 2025 ones, like, they just got too much technology, if I'm being honest. And that's, yo, what is going on out there? They just got too much technology, and if I'm being honest, even though I work in technology, I low-key like hate it, bruh. Like, why is there a screen in the middle of my screen, bro? Like, come on. But anyways, I'm on my way to work, so I guess I'll catch up with you guys once I'm out of the 8-hour day, man. Or who knows how long I'll be there, but all I'm looking forward to is getting out and driving this thing again, which will bring us to our next point. Well, I just got off work and it's pretty freaking hot in here. Anyways, I need to go get some gas before we start talking about my next topic, which is probably the best part about this car. So I guess let's head over and get some gas real quick. All right, so I finally got some gas. I gotta pop a U-turn though. We gotta hit the highway. This is shit right here. was trying so freaking hard to hold my laugh in, bruh, because a dude pulled up in his bike, and all I could hear is the freaking music playing, bruh. And I don't know, it just sounded so like... like, it sounded like a freaking game, bruh. It didn't feel real. It feels like I'm playing Persona right now, basically. Well, I'm about to answer your next question, which is, I think probably one of the best parts about this car is the car fun? Is the car fun? Is the car fun? That dude kind of ruined the whole clip. But to answer your question, yes, the car is insanely fun to drive. And to be honest, this car is like pretty smooth on the highway. Like right now I'm going 80 and it's like, it's straight on, bruh. I don't know how they did it, bruh. I don't know how this car is just so good, but like it seriously is, bruh. And it brings a smile to my face, especially like a day after working at a place I don't want to be at, doing things I don't want to be doing. This is just like the way to make it up. And it's just like, you feel cool driving in it, you know? Like, it's an old little car. Everybody's driving around like 2015s and ups. People are going in debt, buying dealership cars. Why would you do that when you can own something like this? Like something so good, you know? And it's not only good like doing pulls, because honestly, I think this car boosted would be really fun if you want to go that route. But I think this car really shines when it comes to the cornering and like just like the canyon runs. Like this car is literally built for that stuff. The chassis just feels like it's so like sturdy. I have like barely anything done suspension wise. All I have is like coilovers and probably like the arms are refreshed basically, and that's it. And this car just drives good. I wish, like as I said earlier, I want to fortify the rear end and the front and just get everything like basically like restore it. But for the time being, this car is as good as I need it. And I'm about to show you guys what's it like driving it around, you know? Because right now this is the highway. I'm driving 80, but I'm at 3.5 thousand RPMs, bro. So it can like seem like it's eating gas. I'm at 25 miles per gallon. And it's not doing too bad. I mean, the car is good. Let's hit up some of my favorite spots and just show you how fun the car really is. And I hope the video can capture it, because being in person, I feel like sometimes the video doesn't show how fast I'm going. But I'm going pretty fast sometimes. Obviously, like, not where people are at. And this car isn't necessarily like, it's not necessarily fast, but fast isn't everything in this type of car. This car is like, it's just good, man. And you need to take my word for it. It's a good freaking car. They are good cars. There's literally a reason why so many people have two of them and end up buying another one, is because they're just good. And for the prices that I've seen some for sale at, it's not bad. I bought this one kind of high, if I'm being honest, for like compared to how much other people buy them for. But the reason I did was because this car had literally like no rust. It's a California car, so I had basically nothing to worry about besides just making it better. This car does not need to be quick. The fact that you're able to go through all the gears in like a city area is perfect. It's like almost like if it was a Honda Civic, like those old hatchbacks, which I want one. And if I can find one, if y'all got one for sale at the East Coast and you happen to be watching this video and it's black, or it just doesn't have rust, hit me up. Anyways, this car is just great. Cornering is like phenomenal. Like, hold up. And then the downshift too, man. Like, I mean, I'm literally going like almost full pedal to the metal. Like, I'm like half throttle going around a corner like that tight, bruh. and it's just a good car, you know? I mean, yeah, man, it's just a good car. Whether you're gonna be drifting it, street driving it like how I do, or tracking it, they're just good. I can literally like hammer on this car back to back to back to back to back, and it just takes it. It just takes it. I don't know how. The 335 on the other hand, I would do it like twice and it would go into lit mode. Maybe that's because it was overheating. I don't know. Let's just hope that doesn't happen with that car anymore. Look at that Tesla. I wish y'all could see, man. This car stunts on a Tesla, I'll tell you what, man. Even though it's like way slower, like swag wise, bruh, this car is like, it's pretty high up there, man. Maybe that's just me. And some rich person would rather own a Tesla than a 1993 BMW. Anyways, on to our next point. Is this car practical? As y'all saw earlier, I filled the car up. It cost me 41 bucks to fill up the whole tank. And that tank will last you like a week basically. And you can drive like how I drive, which is like pretty like aggressive. Not always, obviously, but I do drive pretty aggressive, especially with like downshifts. I have to downshift. It's like the whole reason for having a manual is to be rev matching. That's the funnest part, and that's why I got one. And just to have fun. It really makes you connect this as a car. But let's talk about the different versions. There's a couple different versions to an E36. There's a coupe, which is what I have, a sedan, a convertible. It's basically a coupe with the convertible top so you can drop the top on them, you know? And then we have the little hatchback, which is like, it's like a coupe cut in half and then put like a little hatchback on the back of it. And depending on your needs, sir, why are you not going? It is your turn, buddy. It's not even a sir, it's a lady. And depending on your needs, each car has its different purpose, bro. If you want to have like people in the whip, you can do it in a coupe. They might just be a little cramped in the back. Or you can do it in the sedan, which is perfect. It has 4 doors, that's all you need. And each one of them has the same motor options, basically. The M3, which is the baller spec, basically. If you got money, if you want to drop a couple more $1,000 on one, it basically gives you a better engine and suspension components. But there's a big but. The suspension components can always be put on a non-M. So even if you're not in the position to get an M3, you could technically have a poor man's M3, which is just suspension components, and you can put like the bumpers and everything on the car. You can have a rep M3, which is what I have. Just kidding. I mean, kind of. And let's say you're going like on long trips. This car can definitely make a long trip. Once you sort out like the cooling component stuff, this car is like, it's solid, man. Like this car will do long trips like it's nothing. The trunk space on these cars is also pretty good, if I'm being honest. As you can see, my trunk has nothing but jumper wires. Yeah, there's a lot of space in here. And even if this is not enough for you, you can always get a little, oh look, is the car practical? Yes. Check it out, man. You ever get stuck on the side of the road, you got a wrench. It's a couple things, it's very nice. Not all of them come with that, but it's nice to have that little part. You can get like a little roof rack thing, and on the verts you can get like since the convertible has to drop down, you can get a little rack thing in the back too to put like luggage and stuff. Or like if you go snowboarding, you can get it for that too. And talking about snowboarding, in the snow you might be like, man, my car's gonna rust. And yeah, it probably will if you don't wash it, but if you don't care about that stuff and you're like in a snow state, you can like This car, for example, has an LSD, and that LSD comes with the winter package. And the winter package basically gives you heated seats, the door locking thing, just a bunch of heated stuff. And if your car has AC, which mine doesn't, this car is literally perfect. I'm not gonna do a pull and because I don't want to break my car right now. Wait, did I just say I wasn't gonna do a pull? Yeah, you see, this car is like, I don't know, man. You can just go crazy on it. But yeah, practicality wise, this car is pretty practical. I mean, it literally comes with everything you need, just in an old school way. For one, your check engine light. This is a OBD1 car, but there is OBD2 versions too. You can check your little check engine light through there. Then it tells you the time, and then you can also read a bunch of different things. Mine doesn't work, but you can. It can even read you the mileage and all that. For a taller person, this car can work too. You just put your seat all the way to the back, and you can always like change the seats out with any car. So you could always get one that's a little lower and doesn't have like all the electronic stuff. Like this one, for example, is not electronic, so it just moves around with the little rail. But you can always see, if you're the only one that's gonna drive it, you could always like bolt down the whole seat and then it just won't ever move. But this car is pretty practical in my opinion. The only time I would say it's not that good is actually on the highway, for the reason that there's only 5 gears, so you kind of go through those kind of quick, and then you're just sitting, like earlier I was sitting at 3,500 RPMs, and you're gonna be hearing that for like who knows how long, a couple hours. And then in some places they might be going 80, 90, and you have to be going that fast just to stay up with them. So the car's gonna be like, it's gonna be in its power range, but you're gonna be like not in a good gear compared to like if you had 6 gears. You can always swap one in, but that's more money obviously. But we're talking about like stock. Like this car is basically stock. So, and I'll tell you, I've driven it like on the highway, and I've gone, like earlier I went pretty fast. And yes, even if it is your daily, you're probably gonna wanna modify it. But even if you don't, it's fine. This car is great for how it is. But if you are, this car has there's so many open doors, so many routes you can take, or even make like your own mixture of things. There's literally builds that are Frankenstein builds where you put like mixing all the parts from all the different motors and just making one like hybrid. And it's just like, it makes it better in the top end, or like better with boost. Like you can swap in different cams, I'm pretty sure, into this car. And it just depends what you want it for. And depending on if you want to go like stance build, you can do that too. There's like a bunch of over fenders. There's a bunch of like, you can even swap in different hubs. Like if you want to run Japanese wheels, because these are 5x120, but you can get 5x114 if you change out the whole hub, or you can get adapter pieces. But personally, I think the hub is better because you can run both if you really wanted to. Like you just swap them in and out, and it makes it just really easy. And then again, this car is like, there's a reason people drift them a lot. They're just like, they're pretty cheap, and there's so much you can do with them. There's so many companies that you can go with. There's just so many things to do that it almost gets overwhelming, to the point where I don't even know what I want to do with this car. And I bought parts for it already. Like I bought an over fender kit after I crashed with the deer, because I was like, man, this car is no longer clean. But then I bought the fender and I was like, dang, the car is clean. So now I'm just like, well, I guess I might as well commit to it. It's not an M3, so I can cut it up. But it kind of does hurt knowing that the car is pretty stock and it's just nice. It's just classic. Now I'm home and it's time for me to eat, because you can never go wrong with eating. And I'll continue this for the final question, which is, do I recommend it in 2025? Now I'm back. I ate, and it's time to answer the question, is do I recommend this car in 2025? And the simple answer is yes, I do. This car is like freaking phenomenal, man. I mean, like, let's just take a walk around it real quick. I'm parked up in the middle of nowhere, basically. Just kidding, I don't really care. But yeah, this car is like, honestly, like, it surprised me. I thought this car, I was gonna sell it. I thought I was gonna just buy this, keep it for a little bit, and then sell it. But honestly, like long term, I do see myself making a build with it. I don't know how, but I will eventually. But honestly, yeah, this car is like freaking awesome. You'll get like thumbs up from like old people, and then young people like my age. I'm young, right? No, but actually, you'll get thumbs up from like every generation, man. This car is just a classic. Like you see it and it'll catch your eye. Even one like mine, which as you can see, is not even in perfect condition. It doesn't even have skirts for one. It's not even, I know all the imperfections of it. It has rust. It's not a perfect car by any means, but it's perfect enough to where I really like the car and I want to keep it. This car is gonna make you a lot of memories and you're gonna meet a lot of different people. Those memories may even just be you sitting here and just editing the video that you're currently watching. It's just little moments like that. You just gotta enjoy the car and really just like, just appreciate it for what it is, which is an old ass car, bro. It's just good. I mean, let's just stand back and look at it. Anyways, you guys, if you learned anything today watching this video, or if you enjoyed it, hit that like and hit that subscribe. I can hear my voice echoing across the warehouse that I'm at, and hopefully one day I can own one. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. But yeah, an E36 is literally like such an awesome car, and I'm actually thinking about getting another one if I can find one, or if I can't find another car that's in my budget. These cars are just like, they're not that expensive, and just look at it, man. I mean, come on. No, seriously. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. Peace out. Till the next one.